All right, so there's kind of two different progressions that I like to give guys as far as like drill progressions to give guys that are struggling kind of with rhythm, with hand rhythm, which, you know, for me, I don't know if you've heard me talk about this a lot, but for me, rhythm promotes optimal timing. So what we're trying to do is promote that rhythm, which will therefore promote better timing, which will obviously promote more efficient mechanics, consistency at release point, and all of that, effortless velocity, so on and so forth down the line. But like I said, two different kind of drill progressions or throw variations, whatever you want to call them, that will help promote this. So one being what I would call like a hand cross throw. Now, the kind of the feedback, and again, this is personal feedback, for me is fantastic, but feedback that I'm getting from a lot of guys when I kind of program this hand cross throw is they always say that it seems super simple. They don't have to really think about where their hands or arms are moving in time and space. It kind of just syncs you up naturally. Remember, first and foremost, if you're watching this, you're an athlete. Your body knows how to organize itself. Look up law of self-organization. So if we can kind of just give that rhythm and promote that rhythm without trying to put too much of mental emphasis on where we are during every millisecond, that'd be great. But with this hand cross throw, you see a lot of guys sync up. The rhythm of it promotes that timing of it, right? So it's going to look something like this, just to show you. It's kind of like a little side shuffle, hand cross, boom. So what this does, when talking about, I do a lot of stuff on like arm path simplification. What it does is it kind of takes essentially the unwanted, you know, movements of either the glove arm or the throwing arm, and it takes them away, and it just gets it right to the meat and potatoes of, okay, hand separation, boom, scap retraction, boom, separation, boom, power position, boom, late launch and extension, all of that stuff happening naturally, occurring on time with rhythm. So I personally, again, love the hand cross throw. You see a lot of guys that struggle with, you know, getting into an optimal amount of scap retraction, which will therefore lead to guys not getting an optimal amount of separation. So this could be another, again, another variation that promotes a lot of those efficient a lot of those efficient patterns that we want with retraction, separation, and late launch. Again, hand rhythm, I'm huge on it. And then the other one would be what I call like a figure 8 progression. Now this is more of a drill progression than a throw variation. So the hand cross is kind of something you can do, you know, kind of in your throwing program where you're long tossing or you're going into a leg lift and your hand cross, whatever. The figure 8 throw is going to be more of like a drill progression where I like to kind of get guys in a rocker stance with this trail hip already kind of at that 45-degree rotation, kind of coming up off already. Landing foot is where, you know, we kind of program guys with where they land naturally. And then it's a, you know how you would perform a simple rocker where you rock in, you rock back, and then you launch. It's kind of the same thing, but it's a figure 8. So you're making a figure 8 with the arm path, and then you're feeling that rhythm and that timing of the ball coming back here. I actually prefer this being done with like a heavy plyo ball. So when it's a heavy ball, I think it gives us more kind of spatial awareness of like what that's feeling like. So a lot of guys, what you'll see in this position is they'll kind of get to that where they're like kind of falling over. That's not what we want. I say like check the ego at the door, right? Either closing up your stance. Remember, the goal isn't really necessarily anything lower body. It's more of just like upper body. Figure 8, get right into that launch. Figure 8, right into the launch. So it's going to look something like this. Figure 8. Again, that rhythm and that natural flow of when you complete the second half of that figure 8, the flow of, it's almost like that hand cross, right? Of coming back into that retraction, and then you'll feel your body start to move, and then that's when your arm kind of comes up and then throws. So I think any kind of progression or variation that we can do where we're instilling this hand rhythm stuff is going to sync us up a lot of the times and put us into pretty efficient positions to, again, be consistent, have good timing, and all of that kind of promotes just effortless velocity. So you got the hand cross throw variation and the figure 8 kind of drill progression. I think those are two really good things for, you know, again, arm path simplification, promoting rhythm, promoting timing, and every other cool thing that comes with that.